This video will show just super basic knitting, how to cast on the knit stitch, and then binding off. Let's get started. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is we have to put the loops on the needle. You can't knit them unless you put the loops on, and that's called casting on. So you start with a slip knot. Slip knot is just wrap around your fingers and then tuck through at the knuckle and pull. I'll show you that one more time. It's grab the tail in your right hand, 2 fingers, wrap around, and then when you go to do the second one, you just tuck it under. And there you have it. It's called a slip knot because, boom, you can slip it out. Around through here. You also always want to leave a tail. You never want to have your tail up here because knitting loves to come out. Okay, so I tighten that on there. Now this is called the knitted cast on. There are hundreds of ways of casting on. I'm showing you this one now because after I show you this cast on, you're halfway to knitting anyway. So you have a front loop and a back loop. If you look at the loop, the base of it is right here. It looks like the base of a balloon, and that's where you want to stick your needle through. So it's right up through here, front to back. Only under the front loop. See, I'm not going under both, just the front loop and then to the back. I'm going to grab the yarn in my left hand, bring it over the top. Now I'm going to bring it forward, through, pull it, twist, put it on the needle. Now, I'm going to show you the Continental Way of knitting. You will have friends that say that's not the right way to knit, but from what I found, and I've knit all kinds of ways, this is the most efficient with movement. Okay, so under here, yarn goes over the top. You can hold on to the yarn if you'd like. Your needles are touching because I want to scoop that loop back under, pull, twist, and put it back on. And it's important to put that twist back in there or else you get weird holes in here. And I'm going to show you again. So under here only, the front loop only, try and aim for that bottom V, cross it to the back. This is going to go over the top. You're going to grab the yarn, bring it back under, pull towards you, left needle goes under, and then you tighten. Let me talk to you for a minute about the way to hold the yarn. My favorite way to hold the yarn is in between the ring and the pinky, the ring finger and the pinky finger. Wrap it around across my 3 fingers and towards me. The yarn should be able to flow like that, and that's what's going to control the tension of your work. You don't have to at first. You can just wrap the yarn, or you can just wrap it a couple times around your finger. Okay, so under here, the way I describe it is if this right needle is a sheep, okay, the sheep is going to go under the fence. The farmer's going to grab that sheep and tell him to come back under, right? So if you view that loop, the one you just did, as a fence, you go under, right? So we're going under here. We're going to grab yarn for a new loop, scoop it. See, my needles are touching. I'm scooping it back towards myself, pulling it towards me, and then tighten it up. Now one way if you want to speed it up a little bit is you can go here, bring it towards you, pull, and before you tighten, just leave your needle in there, and then you're ready for the next one. Okay, so I've cast on 16 loops or stitches. Now we're going to start the knitting. So the knitting involves the same thing, except instead of putting it back on, we're going to take it off. Let me just show you real quick. all knitting is taking one loop, right? So I'm going around and grabbing the yarn and pulling it off. See, all of these pulled stitches, all of these like slip knots, those are knit stitches. So that's all it is. So what I'm doing is I'm going to go through this loop right here. I'm going to grab a new loop like this. It's going to land on my right needle, and I'm going to take that old loop off. The series of all these old loops on top of each other is what knitting is made of. So you're going to go under, just like you did when you were casting on, front to back, right? Make your X. Over the top. You can hold on to that yarn if you'd like. Needles touching so you don't lose your loop. Bring it back to the front, and then that old loop is now going to slide off and drop down. So it's under. Remember, your sheep goes under the fence. The farmer says, hey, get back here, little sheepy. Brings him back, right back where he started, and then he runs off. So it's under, over, back to the front, and push it onto the fat part of the needle. If you just stay on your tips and you're here, you're going to wind up with some really tight knitting. So under here, over, onto the fat part of the needle, bring it back through, push onto the fat part of the needle again, and it comes off. And those old loops are now down here. So it's under, over, back to the front, and then off. Under, over, back to the front, off. Over, hold on, scoop it around, push it onto the fat part, and then off. Through, over, back to the front, and then off. Over. Now the trick to becoming a better knitter is your tension. You want that yarn to be able to flow through your fingers easily. And minimizing the movement. This particular way of knitting I told you was continental, but it's also called picking because you use the needle to pick the loop and bring it to the front before you drop off. Over, back to the front, off. Okay, so I'm almost at the last stitch. You treat it the same way as the others. A lot of people get mixed up on their last stitch. Now, one thing you do have to be careful of on your last stitch is you knit it all the way through. So here, push it down before you take it off. A lot of times that first stitch will come undone and people don't know why their yarn is in the wrong place. Okay, so see how that got a lot bigger? It grows by like a third after you make your first row. Okay, so it's in your right hand. This is the tricky part. Be careful. You're going to put it in your left hand. Okay, the one thing you want to make sure of with this first stitch here is that your yarn is not like this. It's not wrapped around the needle clockwise. It needs to come around counterclockwise. If it's like this, it could look like 2 stitches, and that's where you'll get an increase you don't want. So it's going to come back around like this, wrap it around your finger again, and you're going to do the same thing over again. Back to the front and off. Through, around, back to the front and off. So in knitting, there's only 2 stitches. There's knits and purls. This is the knit stitch. And it looks like it's coming around the needle like that. So everything in knitting is made up of knits and purls, increases and decreases, and yarn overs. This pattern we're doing, there's 2 stitches, but there's a gazillion different patterns, different combinations. This pattern we're doing is all knits, and it's called Garter Stitch. It's made up of all knits. So after you pick up some speed, you can wind up moving along like this. And everybody has their own way of doing it. I have one particular style, but you'll have your own. You want to just pull it down a little bit at the end of the row. It's in your right hand, put it in your left hand. Now, your knitting, your rows of knitting, when you start it in your left hand, will always face the right. So in other words, I don't want to start like this. I want to start like this. Okay? Yarn comes around counterclockwise. Wrap it around my finger or whatever way is most comfortable for you. Start again. Take it slow on the first and last stitches because they're always the trickiest ones. So one more time, under, over. You can hold on to it if you want. Back to the front and off. Now, instead of having your knitting way down here and trying to pull your stitch off, in between stitches, push the other ones up. So you just slide it off like that. See how easily it comes off? Because in between doing my stitches, I'm pushing these other stitches up. I don't want to push them past the fat part of the needle here. But see, it's all one. Okay, so here, over, back to the front, and off. And you're going to be knitting every row. We're making a little trivet right now, 8 inches wide. So see how it gets longer and longer. I'm going to change it from my right hand to my left hand and start all over again. So go ahead and knit for about 8 inches because we want a square. And then I'll show you how to bind off and weave in your ends. Okay, so now we have our square, because this is going to be a trivet. We're all the way at the top, and it's time to bind off. And binding off just means closing off all these live loops so they can't drop down. So you start the same with 2 knit stitches, 1, 2. Then this loop is going to come over this one. So if I'm doing it by hand, I'm just bringing one through the other like that. Then I knit one more. If I'm doing it with the needle, this left needle goes into the first stitch and then I bring the second one through like that. And what it does is it closes off the ends. So knit another one. One goes over the other. Now this is important that you don't do this tight. You want to match the tension of your cast on. So make sure that you're not strangling this or just knitting it at the very tip of your needle. You want to keep this as loose as you can. And again, if you're doing it by hand, if the needles confuse you, one just goes over the other, like that. And you want to do this all the way to the end. Make sure you're not tightening it or tugging on it. A lot of people get into the habit of after they make a stitch, they pull on it. You don't ever want to do that. What's going to control your tension is the way that you hold the yarn in your left hand. Okay, we got a few more left. And we're almost done. Okay. So we're on the last one. You do the same thing. Here, one comes over the other like that. So there you have it. Okay, so now on the last stitch, you pull that loop up. Again, you're going to leave yourself a tail. Don't get tempted to cut that yarn. Oh, let me show you what to do. Okay, so here's your loop. You're going to come through the live loop and just be careful and pull it tight like that. And like I was saying, don't be tempted to cut this really short. This will come undone if you don't leave a tail and weave it in. I've seen it happen over and over again, no matter how secure I thought that knot was. Okay, so now we have these two ends. And what we're going to do is put it on a large-eyed tapestry needle. So this is a blunt end. This one happens to be bent. It doesn't have to be. You could also use a crochet hook to pull it through. But I'm going to weave this right up the side. So I'm just weaving it up, those loops on the side. And again, you want to make sure you don't pull. It doesn't have to be the whole way up. I do like a couple of inches, stretch it out like that. And then what I do is kind of hop over one of the loops and come back the other way. And then you could even split the yarn at the end. Pull, and then cut right here. So that's one way of weaving it in. On the bind off, I like to come across the top. So again, put it on the needle. And then this one you can just come under the two loops on the top here. So it's just like back and forth like this. This way. And again, only a couple of inches one way. You can go all the way across if you want. I like to go that way and then come back the other way and maybe split that yarn. Just come right through it to hold it down. Stretch. You know what? I'm not liking the way this end looks here, so I'm going to go back and grab that and pull it down here. Now, if I'm doing a trivet, I could very easily make a loop and then do a knot, maybe do it again, so I have something to hang that with. And then you can weave this back a few, stretch, and voila, you are finished with your first project. Okay, there it is. So I used a big needle, size 15 needles with a heavy yarn. I like to start knitting with this yarn because you can see your stitches. It goes quickly. If you have any questions or if you want to learn further, you can check out more of our videos, or you can just come down to the store. We're in Inglewood, California. We have lots of virtual classes as well. You can check out our website at theknittingtreela.com. And I hope you enjoyed this video and stay tuned for more.